Hello everyone, welcome to Scott Rods. It's the last day of September and I have failed my challenge. I'm a big fat failure. The challenge was to get the car all ready for its safety test, bar, the final stuff. Just the main things I wanted done by the end of the month. It didn't happen. Very disappointed in myself. So what do we do now? Well, I suppose I could start by tidying my garage, which makes life a lot easier to find parts and tools and put all the goodies that you guys have been sending me somewhere safe. And then let's, start a new deadline. You know what? Deadlines are really dumb because you end up rushing things, and you know yourself, if you rush things you make mistakes. Did you have to start making noise right now? It's one of those days. So yeah, deadlines suck. Let's have more of an open deadline. Let's just try and get this car on the road before the snow hits the ground, okay? I think that's much more give me the word. No, much more realistic. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to spend a few hours tidying this place up, getting all the nice gifts that you've sent me somewhere safe and organised, and I'll try and get something done today. I've got a feeling I want to do the front lights, or at least bench test them, but at the moment I don't have space in my bench, so let's get that done. Welcome back. It's been a couple of hours. Let me show you what I've done. Now, to the untrained eye, you won't see much of a difference. However, I've created 2 feet of space. I've moved everything that was on that side of the car. When I say moved, I have rearranged, shall we say. So I can get the car nice and tight up against this shelf, which means I've got all this space. I can pull out my workbench, I can work on it. I don't have to keep taking the car out. I've got my workbench over there fairly organised. This is all the stuff that I will be using very soon. And the main reason for doing all this tidy is this weather. This is kind of fall weather. It's going to be wet and windy, the odd bright day. But generally, we're getting into the wet season. So, I really needed somewhere to actually work inside. This is the line where the garage door comes down, so that's pretty close. But that's far forward as I can put the car and still be able to get access around the back. So, pretty pleased I can actually do some work. So what am I doing today? Let's consult the big list of nonsense. So we were quite close to getting everything done that I wanted done for the end of the month. Still got the lights, done the battery clamp. Oh, I need to find a pen. I need to buy some black Sharpies. I've only got these silver ones. Just look a bit fancy. And the front end stuff, that'll all be done at the same time. Seats bolted in, they're ready to bolt in. Everything is prepped, ready for them, but I'm not doing them, so I could technically score off half of that. And everything else there is done, so it's mostly front end and lights. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with the lights. If you can even hear me over this rain. Splish splosh. Okay, the headlights, which are very pretty, but they are a weird size. They're not like 7-inch lenses, they're like 8 5/23 or something. So I can't replace the lenses. And the reflectors inside are old vintage, so I'll show you what I need to do. This is an old spare reflector I've got, which is exactly the same as the one that's in the car, although not in very good condition, hence why I'm going to experiment on it. I need to be able to put an H4 bulb in there. As you can see, it's a weird little ancient springy clippy thing. But I do have a plan. And here is my ingenious, hopefully, plan. So that's the bulb I want to fit, and so far they all look very similar. At least the halogen ones do. I don't know about LEDs, but you see that little lip? You see that there? What I'm going to try and do is drill a hole, take all that shenanigans out, okay? Drill a hole the same size as this diameter here, right? So the bulb will come through that hole, and then I'm going to make some sort of clip that goes around that to hold it in place. Now normally these bulbs go in through the back, but as you can see there's nothing on the back that I can secure that on. So this is the easiest option. So what am I going to make the clip out of? Well, I'm glad you asked. While I was cleaning my garage, I found this. For those dog owners among you, you'll notice that you'll know that this basically screws into the ground, and then you attach the lead onto there. We never use it, okay? Our dogs just run about anyway. So I noticed that it's got some very nice springy materials on the end. Do you see that one there, the sort of U-shaped one? I reckon I could manipulate that into shape and make that my big clip that will go around that. You get me? We'll give it a shot. Don't tell the dogs. Oh, and why am I wearing gloves? Because you never want to touch this glass without gloves on, because it will reduce the life. That tiny bit of sweat or body chemicals, whatever it comes off your finger, just burns that bulb. Okay, so we always wear gloves when you're dealing with halogen bulbs. That is all. Okay, it didn't go quite to plan. I had to make that hole a fair bit bigger because the bulb needed to come in further for the thickness of that clip. I didn't want to use a thinner clip. I really wanted this quite strong and secure. So that goes in there. And then the clip goes around that rim I was talking about. Might need a wee bit of adjustment. Yeah, I just need to bend the edges of this up a wee bit more. Let me do that right now. Let's just try again. I want it to be tight, so I don't want to make it not tight. I mean, the theory's good. It just has to get in there. Okay, it will work in theory. I just need to reshape that clip a little bit. It's not sitting quite where it should. I need it to go under that lip. I mean, that's fairly secure, but as I say, it's not. It's only holding the clip at the sides. It's not getting underneath that. Sorry, it's only holding the bulb at the sides. It's not getting underneath that lip at the moment. Oh, it went under there. Oh yeah, that's much better. So obviously it needs to sit at that angle. Yeah, that'll work, right? But I'm glad I experimented on the crappy reflector. Okay. So I just need to do a wee bit of fine tuning on that clip. And then replicate it on the other one. Make sure it fits on this before I start mutilating my actual lights. Right, that's me for today, unfortunately. I'm going in for dinner. At least the garage is tidy. Right, hey, before I go, I need to stop whining about my garage. I've got an awesome garage and I've made space for it now because I was watching Backyard Garage, okay? Here it is there, right. I'll add a link up there, okay? Go visit Backyard Garage. He's working on a Monte Carlo at the moment and he's got the smallest garage. It's not even a garage, it's like a shed. So he's managing to do all that work in a shed and his driveway. So go visit him, give him a subscribe and a like, say hello. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Right folks, hopefully I'll have something a bit more productive tomorrow. I think the weather's supposed to be nicer. Till then, see ya.